Just checking all my settings. You know how I roll. One more setting to check. Come on. There we go. All right. It looks like I'm alone right now, which is fine. I'll just get painting. So, in case you're watching this and you're lurking or you're on replay, this is what I've been working on today. Maybe I started them yesterday. And yes, I am painting them upside down. It just kind of helps me approach it different, look at it different, think about it different, and then maybe get a little bit of a different look. I figured since I'm using colors that I don't ever use, that could be a helpful thing. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, hello. Who's that? Annie. How's it going, Annie? I'm glad that you're here. So, Annie, what have you been working on? Are you going back to your Starry Night yet? Oh, Freya's going to start barking. Sorry, guys. I'm looking forward to turning these over and seeing how they're coming. It's weird painting things upside down. I keep being tempted to flip them over, but the whole point is to paint them upside down and see what happens. Hello, Ma. This is almost the very definition of painting what you know and not what you see. So it could end up unpleasant. But I saw a picture yesterday of a landscape which is this fiery, bright orange sky. And I have not been able to get it out of my head. So that's what I'm doing. And I had an old tube of Purell orange that was just begging to be used. So who am I to deny it? Oh, more pastels. Oh, yeah. Well, good. I'm excited to see your pastel work. Let's see if we can move this out of the way just a little bit. Not that. Come on. This. No, we'll put my big old face down here. Oh, over here. I'm just trying not to cover up too much of the painting. There we go. That's better. More dark. Ma, what are you working on? Are you still working on the witch? Are you painting on that today? So this painting is so different for me. I mean, I'm using my Cubio turquoise chromatic black, but the underpainting, you can see right there, the underpainting is cobalt blue. That just felt like what was very right to pair with this orange. I think I might actually be ready to flip these over and just work on them upright. I'm going to. Yep and yep. Excellent, excellent. Ooh, that looks pretty good. That's not too bad. Heck yeah. These are good. They remind me, not that I've ever been there, but they remind me of the Everglades in Florida. That's not, I mean, I wasn't going for anything in particular, but I wasn't going for that. But I'll take it. It looks pretty good. So this is that kind of simplistic painting. Was it Sunday, whatever day it was when we got together, and I said that those silver paintings I did were really simple and that I would walk you guys through that process soon. This is that process too. But I will take you guys through this process. These ones, I just couldn't wait for Friday. Or next Friday, isn't it? Yeah, I couldn't wait until next Friday to get started on these. So we'll do other ones next Friday. Thank you very much, Annie. Oh, backgrounds in the coloring books with the pastels. How interesting. So Annie, those little circles that you did the other day that you posted in Discord that you said you did with the Inktense, are those out of your coloring book or did you draw them? Where did those come from? These were originally supposed to have houses in them, but I abandoned that idea. Yeah, we have. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, when I showed the paintings, the silver ones the other day, several people expressed interest and I said, these are just simple. And they were like, what? So yeah, I think we'll do it with the whole group, not just with Art Family like today. Well, that's all you need. Because you're only going to gain the confidence by doing it. That's where confidence comes from. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You don't like it? That's okay. Man, I bought a TV years ago. I don't know if you can see it sitting right here. I've lost the cable for it. But I bought that TV years ago to hook up to my camera so that I could watch myself paint, which that sounds really, really narcissistic. I get it. But it's not about that. It's just about seeing the painting different. That's why I look so much at my computer screen while I'm talking to you guys while I'm painting. Because I can see it in ways that I can't see it standing right here in front of it. I guess I could just hook it up to my computer and do it this way, but I should see if I can find a cable for that TV, because I really would like to use that TV. I used to use it, but then in one of my studio moves, I don't know which one, but in one of my studio moves, the cable disappeared. I haven't been able to find it for years. Oh, bug. Yep, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to do that. I used to take photo after photo after photo while I was painting. But it just ends up getting, my phone gets full, and it's nice to be able to see it in real time to say, gosh, I don't like this shape right there. But standing right in front of it, that shape looks reasonable. So I can go and just break that shape up. Same there. It's pretty good. I started painting the frame for my rag doll. I don't have a name for her yet. She needs a name. I need to name her. Oh, you just hold it up and look at it. That's a good idea. And I like, on the phone is nice because it's so small. And so you're forced to see it as a whole and not a lot of detail, which is really nice. With the TV, I wouldn't be able to put it right here. That's way too close. It's like is it 21 inches or something? So that would be way too close. I would have to set it up like where it is so that I could, see it at a bit more of a distance. But I guess I can just keep hooking it to my computer. And then I can make it as big or small as I need to. Let's see. What do I need? I need to press the ground down. So this kind of harkens back to our talk about perspective the other day. What I'm going to do here. I've already kind of got a little bit of a ground going. And if you see, it's got kind of some sharp pinches. So they're not really paths, but the colors and shapes on the ground are still much wider than they are tall. And so that's helping create that ground. Not so much on this one, but I need to add quite a bit more. This one's starting to get there. And I might actually be addicted to both Purell, is it red or orange? Purell Orange and Cad Red Medium. And they're very close. The Purell is a little bit lighter, the Cad Red Light. The Cad Red Light is a little bit deeper. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah. Let me turn that brightness down a bit. So this is the Purell Orange, and that's Cad Red Light. So they're very close. The Purell is translucent, and the Cad Red is opaque. So that's why I'm using two different ones. I might throw in a hint of Cad Orange later, which is very, very different from all of them. But I might not. I might let it be just subtle. Not mess with that too much. All right. So most of my movements are horizontal, flat. A nice point over there. Going up and down a little bit because that kind of maybe just says there's some reflections on bushes or whatever, especially if I come back and glaze and add a bit of texture in there in a bit. Yeah, I do love a red sky also. I think I'm heading into a phase of these like intensely colored, fairly monochromatic paintings. So we'll see how that does. So far, it's really exciting for me, and this is all I want to do is paint something with just insane colors. It feels very dreamlike to me. There's kind of this, everything is an aesthetic these days, right? There's like, you know, I think there's even one called TikTok aesthetic. So, like, everything is an aesthetic. There's haunted, abandoned, maximalist, minimalist, like all of these kinds of things. And my current aesthetic obsessions are in liminal space, dreamcore, vaporwave, things like that. Like, I can't get enough of it. And these paintings, I feel like, are very, they're somewhere in there. They definitely have some elements of all three. The vaporwave, I would say, is kind of the color. The dreamcore is also the color, but just like the faded out. It's slightly strange. And the liminal, I think, is just kind of the overall vibe of loneliness. Not in a sad way. Liminal loneliness is not, it's not like a depression or anything like that. It's just, it just feels a little lonelier than some other aesthetics. And it's mostly just because there's nobody in liminal. So if you see liminal space videos or photos or anything, there's never anyone in them. That's just part of the aesthetic. Vaporwave, dreamcore, you might see people here and there, but anyway, just going on and on and on about my weird obsessions, but I can't get enough of those. Pull that highlight down a little farther. Oh, excellent. I know that for some reason that little sideways flick is hard for some people. Some people really struggle with that. And so I'm glad to hear that that has worked out for you, Annie. That Purell looks so different while it's wet, but once it dries, it won't be, because this is all that Purell color on top of the Cad Red, but still, once it dries, that bit of vibrant yellow kind of dissipates. This looks like the Hamburger Helper hand. It's got eyes, smile on his thumb. So we need to work on that a little bit. Oh, nice. Yeah, my number 6 Filbert has got flat sides because I keep doing that to it too. I think I'm going to glaze a little bit with some of this opaque color because that's going to help me maintain that super misty look. So I'm going to put you on mute for just a second. All right. Yeah, I don't think I have very many brushes of any kind that do crisp lines anymore. So it's a good thing I don't need a lot of crisp lines. But yeah, I tend to scrub my stuff to death too. I mean, you got it from me probably. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with this color. This is my dopamine color right now. Do you guys have that? Do you ever have, it's not necessarily your favorite color, but like a dopamine color that you just want to paint with? You want everything to be that color in your painting, and you see it and it just feels so exciting. That's this color for me right now. It's a little less Hamburger Helpery there now. Somehow I got a little blob of paint up there. Hey Ma, if you're still watching and listening, Thursday we might have to go to Blick again, because I might be out of Purell by then and I need more. Oh, Indian yellow. Yes. I do love me some Indian yellow too. Another color similar to Indian yellow that's really good if you need something that's just not quite so hard to control, because Indian yellow is so vibrant and it's so heavily pigmented. Occasionally I find it a bit challenging to work with. So the color that I will reach for when I just want a breath of that color is Nickel Azo Yellow. So that one is going to be very, very similar to Indian Yellow. It just isn't quite as intense. Just a hint of the glaze there. Okay. Heck yeah. I do love me a Blick day. And I forgot to get me more 8x10 canvas panels while I was there last time. Yeah. I think this bush is getting too big right here. I didn't want quite that much. You're welcome. Oh. I got a hole there. All right, gotta let that dry. Oh, I'll show you the frame for the ragdoll. It's not done, but I went and got some of that crackle medium and it did not crackle properly. It barely crackled at all. You can't even tell. But here, I painted the frame gold. And now I just need to distress it and take the fanciness out of the gold. But I think that's going to look really good. Pretty happy with it. I think I'm going to seriously distress the frame. I might add a little bit of gold leaf because it looks so much different than the gold paint. And then I'm going to almost black some of it out so that it's super, super, super tarnished. Maybe some dark splatters on it. Anyway, yeah, I think it's going to look really cool. I'm excited for it, but I have to get her photographed before I can put her in the frame because she's going to be pretty permanent in the frame. Thank you, thank you. Trying to decide what to do now, where to go. going to try some of my gosh. Mute my phone. Yeah, I'm going to try some of this. Do you guys remember I showed you this? This is the Utrecht Cadmium Orange. Like, friends, this is not orange. This is the most beautiful, deepest, richest yellow I think I've ever seen. Ever. So, for example, here's Liquitex Cadmium Orange. Here's Utrecht Cadmium Orange. It's like school bus yellow. And I'm totally there for it. So I might use some of that. See if I can get just a bit of a brighter area somewhere. I haven't used this color much. I think I played with it a little bit when I first got it, but I don't think it's made it into any paintings. Yeah, this is almost like Liquitex Cad Yellow Deep. That's just about what this color is like. Do you have access to Utrecht, Annie? Utrecht it's kind of becoming one of my favorite brands. I mean, they don't have a catalog of colors quite as big as Golden or even Liquitex, but the colors they do have, I really like for the most part. I won't typically buy white or cadmiums from anyone except Liquitex, simply because even Golden, their cadmiums and titanium white are so transparent. They're semi-transparent, they're translucent, but I want those colors to be opaque. And the Liquitex ones are about as opaque as you can get. The Utrecht ones aren't, but I still love them. I love all of their paints. That's where I get my PR 101 and my turquoise are both Utrecht. Jackson's, I don't know if Jackson's does, because Jackson's, you can absolutely look and see. Hopefully they do. But I know Jackson's is kind of a competitor to Blick. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe Blick owns Utrecht. There is a Utrecht website for their art supplies. So maybe you could order from the Utrecht website. I don't know if Blick ships overseas. And anyway, it would probably cost way too much for you to ship it in. But it's worth looking at. Oh, really? All of yours are Liquitex? Yeah, Liquitex makes some really great paints. I am collecting a lot of Goldens these days. There's a few Liquitex paints that I will never buy because they get weird. They get clumpy and gelatinous and strange. So there's a few colors like ultramarine and browns, any kind of brown or earth color, which ultramarine is an earth color simply because of the element that it's made out of. Yeah, so browns and ultramarines I won't buy in Liquitex. Isn't there another one? Oh, and the golden alizarin, so much more beautiful than the Liquitex alizarin. OMG, I can't with this color. There's magpies running around on my roof again. It's hilarious. Oh no. Golden recently opened up so that they had some of their discontinued colors available for like a big discount. And I got 2 tubes of QBO from them. That's worth a look too. But they were only on Golden's website. But yeah, it couldn't hurt to look and see if they've still got some. I was thrilled. Oh, but Annie, Golden does have a replacement color for QBO. So that is also worth a look. I bought some and it's a little bit browner than QBO, but honestly for mixing purposes, I didn't notice a difference. So it is... It's called... it's got a horrible name. Benzimidalone burnt orange. So if you see on here, the one with the stripes under it is the color in the tube. This slash underneath it is QBO that I put there to see how they compared. The QBO is a little warmer and more vibrant, but it's really not that much different. So the benzimidalone burnt orange, almost a perfect QBO replacement. What is going on right there? That is odd looking. It's okay. I know. I hate the golden lids. They really are the absolute worst. So what I do is I keep a I keep a set of pliers nearby, and I use my pliers to open them when they're really hard. But also what helps is do you have like those Swedish dish towels, the sponges that go inside a wet palette on the bottom? Those actually are really, really helpful. So got one around here. I threw out a bunch of my old used ones. But yeah, if you just get one of those little pieces of the dish towel, that helps really well get a grip on the lids to take them off. I think I need to take a break from these. They need to dry anyway. But I think they're looking pretty good. Yeah, I need to work on the darks a lot more. But right now, it's got to dry. I'm not sure what's happening with this one. Not a lot. There's not a lot going on in there. Maybe I'll end up putting some, like some sticky trees on it. Maybe that'll be good. Well, maybe I'll work on the picture frame for a few minutes while these do their thing. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with them so far. All right. Come on, man. I don't know if this, ouch. If this wet palette, if the lid got switched with another one, or if it's just gotten warped, but it's kind of hard to use sometimes. Okay. Let's get transparent burnt umber. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe a little bit of Payne's Gray. I had a dream last night that I was hanging out with a celebrity that I really like, and I wanted to show him my paintings, or like my art. I wanted to show him my paintings and my little houses, and I had to run and go get them. And then by the time I got back to where he and the rest of the people we were hanging out with were, I had lost them. I dropped them somewhere. So that was very devastating. I keep thinking about that today. This is weird. Yeah, it's hard to only have one wet palette when you get used to using them. It's hard to have only one. I have, how many big ones do I have? 2. There's another one. I thought it was 3, but it might only be 2 that I have. But then those little ones, I have 3 of those. So, yeah, wet palettes are kind of like tattoos. Once you get one, you're addicted and you want more and more. Yeah, really, really quick. But like I said, when I took the lid off of this smaller one to just let it dry out because I was done with it. And 2 days later, the paints were still wet. The matte medium was still wet. It's been a couple weeks now, so it's all dry now. But yeah, they definitely help. They are definitely helpful. Oh, hi, Debbie. Debbie, what are you working on? Come on. Decision limbo. I know that. Usually when I get to that, am I going to start something new or finish something? The answer is finish something, but I don't always. Just because that's the answer doesn't mean I have to honor it. But if you have something calling your name, whether it's something you're finishing or starting, I say go with it. If something is hearkening to you, you gotta latch onto it, because especially with creative ideas, if you don't strike while the iron's hot, they can go away. Don't let good ideas go away. Which is why I started my orange paintings instead of waiting for our next everybody event, because I knew that I would lose it if I didn't grab onto it right then and there. Knitting? Me too. Oh, doggy blankets. Cute. That's nice. I think I might have developed a way to knit a run, like a ladder, without having to go back and secure it later, without it running the entire length of the garment, and just knitting it right in. And so I found just a super simple sweater pattern, and I'm messing with that to see. I'm not a real great knitter though, so it's definitely work, and it's taking me some time. I've already unraveled it, rolled it back up probably 5 times. So, and that's just the regular knitting part that I'm struggling with. It's not even the technique that I think I might have come up with all on my own. All right. That's pretty good for a few minutes. Maybe I'll do some splatters. This frame is a little bit warped. I don't know why that is. It's a lot of bit warped, actually. Look, it's sitting on my easel evenly. This corner is up against the edge, but this one, look at that. And if I, yeah, so it's a little warped. That kind of sucks. Hopefully it doesn't show too much. Oh, I was going to splatter it. Hopefully it doesn't show too much once it's framed and hanging on the wall, but I don't know how to fix that. Oh my gosh. I have so many completed paintings just like laying all over the place that I have nowhere to put anything. Undoing the sleeve. Oh no. Yeah, look at that. Heck yeah. What time is it? Oh, we are almost done. I'm at a stopping point here on this, so maybe we'll just be done for the day. And yeah. So what's coming up the rest of this week? I don't know if we'll do another live painting this week. We'll see. It kind of seems like maybe people aren't quite as into it as they used to be, which is totally fine. So maybe I'll think of something else that we can do, mix it up a little bit. But yeah, as always, if you guys have any ideas of things you want to do, then let me know, please. I think maybe we can do a Loomis method episode soon. So if you're not familiar with the Loomis method, that is a technique for drawing faces. Ilya's post in Discord this morning reminded me that I don't know that we've ever covered the Loomis method before in any of our events. So yeah, we very well might do that this next time. It won't be tomorrow. It won't be Thursday. So probably Friday. So hopefully you guys will come hang out with me on Friday, and we'll go over some face drawing. Oh, you did? Let me see. I muted my phone so I didn't get a notification. There it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really cool. It gives it a really soft, pretty look. Pushes it into the distance more, and I love your bokeh effect. Beautiful, beautiful work. Excellent job. Yeah, we'll do Loomis soon. And I think that, I mean, if I can draw a face using the Loomis method, anybody can. Trust me. So, okay, guys. I love you, and I'll see you again very soon.